Hello everyone! Look at this pretty yellow bead we are going to use today to make our bag. So in my previous video, we made this diamond shaped beaded bag and we are going to use the same technique to make this one too. This is a size 8mm I'll be using and the link will be in the description box down below. Here is my line in the size of 50 pound. I'm using 50 pound and here is my scissors or cutter. You can use a nail cutter. So let's get started. Now I'm cutting my line into the length that I can handle. That is as long as your arms can take it, okay? Just cut into that. Let me push this bead aside. Let's get started. So let's start with 4 bead. I'm going to string all these 4 bead on the line. Alright, string the 4 bead like this on the line and I'm going to hold the last one. Okay. Cross the right line into it like this, crisscross the line into the last bead and pull. Then we have 1 unit done. Okay, now I'm going to put 1 bead on each side of my line, the right and the left line like this, and I'm going to cross into the third one. Cross both ends of the line. Okay, crisscross like this into the third bead, hold the bead and put the line. Now we have 2 units done. On each side again, the left and the right side, I'm going to add 1 bead again to each side of my line like this, and crisscross both ends of the line into the third bead. This one, cross, hold the bead and put your line. We have 3 units done already. Okay, we are going to use the same technique to make 21 of these units. Okay, add 1 on each side of the line like this, cross into the third bead and pull. Okay, now 1 2 3 4. So I'm going to continue to make 21 of these. Okay, 21 of these units long, and this is the 21 that I made. This is how it looks like. Very long, 21. Okay, now I'm going to continue from this is where it ends, the line is. Okay, I'm going to pull through this bead, pulling my right line through this bead over here. Okay, again I'm going to pull through the middle bead, pull through the middle bead because I have a long line, I don't want to cut it. Now again into this bead, pull through this bead into this one, the middle bead over here, and I'm going to cross into the second one over here, the top bead. Now the second line, this is my left line. All right, this is my left line. I'm pulling through the next bead into the middle and cross into the second bead. All right, so let's pull it through. Next bead, I'm going to come up into the middle bead. Okay, pull through middle bead right here and cross into the second bead, the same bead we crossed the first line into. Okay, this one over here, we cross it like this, and now we have our line in the second bead. Okay, so this is where my line is. It's in the second bead. Okay, you ignore the first bead, enter the second bead. All right, if you have a new line, just enter the second bead, and we are going to continue and stop in this bead. Okay, not this one, but we are going to stop here in the second bead. So now on my left line, I'm adding 3 beads to my left line. I cross with my right line and pull my right line into the next bead. All right, again I add 2 beads to the left line like this. Okay, I hold the last bead, I cross my right line into it and pull my right into the next bead. All right, pull through next bead, and on my left line I add 2 beads to the left line, cross with the right line and pull my right into the next bead. All right, all this edge bead, I'm going to pull my right line into it and add 2 beads to the left line. Okay, this is 2 beads to the left line, cross with the right line and pull. So again, my right line into the next bead, okay? So now we are going to continue and stop in this bead, okay? Second but last bead, not this one, but over here in this bead. So now I'm about to complete this row, okay? This is what it looks like, and I'm entering into the last bead, okay? Pull through the last bead on this row. All right, on my right line, I add 2 beads to the right line. I cross with my left line and pull. So now again, let's continue with the third row. All right, this is where our line ends in this bead. We are going to ignore this bead and enter the second one, okay? Leave the first and enter the second bead. I'm going to work my line into the second bead like how we did for the first row. All right, now I'm just weaving my line. I'm going to enter this one, the middle bead. All right, come up with the line and enter the second bead. All right, I'm going to enter this bead with my line. Okay, I'm going to hold this one, come in this bead, this, and cross into the same bead. All right, so go down 1 bead, cross into the middle bead over here, come up with the line and enter the same bead we cross the first line into. That's the second bead, and this is where my line is, like this. Okay, we are going to start another row. I flip it over to my side and we ignore the first bead and enter the second bead. All right, I'm starting again with 3 beads on my left line. I hold the last one, cross my right line into it and pull my right line into the next bead. All right, go through next bead, 2 beads to the left line, cross with the right line and pull into the next bead. Pulling through the next bead, I add 2 beads to the left line like this. I cross with my right line and pull into the next bead with my right line, and I add 2 beads to the left line, cross with the right line and pull. And this is what the weave is looking like, okay? So we are going to continue with the same technique, continue and stop in the last but second bead, okay? Not this one, but here, okay, in this bead. That's where you're going to stop. I'm about to complete this one. My line is in the last bead over here. I cross and pull. So because I have a long line over here, I'm going to work my way again with my line to the top bead in the second bead. All right, I'm pulling through this bead, come to the middle. Okay, I'm holding the second line. I'm just working my way over here into the bead to come to the top bead. Okay, I'm going to cross both ends of my line into the second bead, like how we did for the first and the second row. All right, my line is here. I ignore the first one. My line is in the second bead here. I'm going to flip it again over to my side and continue. So this is where my line is. My line is in the second bead again, and we are going to start another row. I start with 3 beads on the left line. I'm crossing my right line in the last bead and pull my right line again into the next bead. Go through next bead, and I'm adding 2 beads to the left line. I cross with my right line and pull. I'm crossing my right line into the last bead and pull. Again, I'm pulling my right line into the next bead. All right, this is how it looks like. I want you to continue from here, okay, and end in this bead. All right, don't enter the last one. So 1, 2, 3. We're going to complete the 4, make the 5th row and the 6th row. Okay, so we are going to make 6 rows in all. All right, so you count from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are going to make 6 rows in all, and I'll come back and meet you here. So this is how it looks like. So if you count the edge bead on the top, make sure you have 11. Okay, you have 11 on the top. Okay, that's where you know you are done. All right, and now we are going to continue on this side too. Over here too, we are going to repeat the same. Over here, the same we did. Okay, I'm going to start in the second bead too. All right, so this side, we are going to ignore the first one. Start in the second bead. I'm pulling my line through the second bead. All right, we are going to continue from here and end in this bead too, like how we did for for the other side. All right, and now I'm starting with 3 beads. I cross my right line into the bead and pull my right line into the next bead. We are using the same technique over here. 2 beads to the left line like this, cross with the right line and pull my right into the next bead. Pull the right line through the next bead, and on the left line I add 2 beads. I cross with my right line and pull again into the next bead, and this is how it looks like. Okay, I'm going to continue and end in the first and second bead. All right, so let's continue our weaving. Okay, and now I add 2 beads to the left line. I cross with my right line and pull. So this bead and other colors are available, and I'm going to put the link in the description box down below for you guys to buy which color you want to make this bag into, so you can buy. Okay, the link will be in the description box down below. Thank you. I'm about to end this row. All right, I add 2 beads to the left line. I cross my right line into it and pull. So this is the last bead over here. I'm going to pull my line through. All right, this is where I'm going to stop in this bead. So now I'm going to work my way with the line again and come to the second row. All right, then we continue and end here. So I want you to continue to repeat this row 4 times. Okay, I want you to continue the same way we did over here. We're going to continue the same way here 4 times, and this is how it looks like. Very pretty. So if you count the top bead of the second side, it counts 13. All right, this is 13 over here, the first 11. So again, count from the corner and have 5 rows. Okay, and this is how the weave is looking like. It looks very pretty. The way this shape is looking, here is the base of the bag. Okay, this is the bottom, and here is the top of the bag. Okay, and now we are going to continue to weave around this shape. All right, so we are going to go ahead and weave around this shape. All right, and here's my line. We are going to go round this shape, round and complete. All right, so I'm going to start in this bead. I'm going to start in the second bead over here, and I'm adding 3 beads to my left line like this. Now I'm going to cross my right line into the last bead and pull. I'm going to weave on the edge. All right, now my right line into the next bead. Go through next bead, 2 beads to the left line. I cross my right line into it and pull my right line into the next bead. Add 2 beads to the left line. All right, I cross my right line into it and pull. This is how it looks like into the next bead with my right line. 2 beads to the left line, cross with the right line and pull. Okay, I'm going to pull through the next bead again with my right line, and I add 2 beads to the left line like this, cross with the right line and pull. So I'm going to go ahead and continue off camera. Okay, I'm going to continue around this shape until I complete. So I want you to do the same, and I'll come back and meet you here. So please continue with yours, and I'll also continue with mine off camera, and I'll come back and meet you here. Please don't forget to subscribe and share the videos to your friends and loved ones. Friends that you think they also need help in bead weaving, please share the video to them. All right, please check out the link in the description box down below, so you can pick the color of your choice, so you can also make this beautiful beaded bag yourself. It's very, very pretty and beautiful. I'm going to continue around the shape, and I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm in the last bead over here. So my right line, I'm going to add 2 beads to the right line. That way my line turn up, so I can continue the second row. All right, now I cross my right line into the last bead and pull. You see my line turn up. All right, and now I'm going to continue with the second row. This is how the weave is looking like. This is where my line is. So we completed the first row, and we are going to continue with the second row on top. All right, I start with 3 beads on my right line. I cross my left line into the last bead and pull. Okay, I'm putting my right line into the next bead, and I'm adding 3 beads to the left line like this. I cross with my right line and pull. Over here I'm weaving backwards, so I'm putting my right line into the next bead, all right, like this, and I'm adding 2 beads to the left line. So we are going to continue the same way, weave round on top of it to make the second row. All right, one side of the hexagon beaded bag is complete, so this is what it looks like. And with the same weave we have to make 2, okay, 2 of the same size. How you make the first one, you have to start the second one and make it complete like this. We put both pieces together and join them together to make a bag, okay, and this is how it's going to look like. So now let's put the 2 pieces together, okay, let's join them together. And here is my line that I cut it long enough that my arms can take. All right, so here I'm going to put my line. First I'm going to put bead on it, okay, let's add 1 bead on the line like this, and I'm pulling through the first bead. So I'm pulling my right line into the first bead over here, and I'm going to hold the other side and pull through the first bead on the second piece, okay, like this, and pull. And this is what it should look like. Now I'm taking 1 bead, crisscross both ends of my line into it, and pull. So again I'm going to pull my right line into the next bead, okay, right into the next bead, and the left right into the next bead, okay, and I take 1 bead, crisscross both ends of my line, and pull. Again my right line into the next bead and the left into the next bead. Okay, this is how we are going to continue joining together the 2 pieces round until we complete. So I take 1 bead, crisscross my line into it, and pull down. So I want it to continue the same way. Over here I'm halfway through, okay, this is how it looks like. This is the beginning round, okay, continue to join the 2 pieces together until you complete. And I'm going to continue mine off camera, and I'll come back and meet you here. So continue to do yours and I'll continue to do mine off camera. All right, please, this color of bead is available, and don't forget to subscribe and share. So I'm going to continue and complete this one. All right, now we have to make lid on the top, okay, to cover it. So from here I'm going to start in the first bead. Here is my line that I cut. I'm going to pull through the first bead. My left line, I add 3 beads to my left line to start with, okay. I cross my right line into the last one and pull my right into the next bead. Then I add 2 beads to the left line. I cross my right line into the last bead and pull. Again, my right line into the next bead. And I add 2 beads to the left line like this. Then I cross my right line into the last bead and pull. My right into the next bead. 2 beads to the left line. Cross my right line and pull. Again, I'm pulling through the next bead. 2 beads to the left line, cross, and pull down. So this is what we are going to repeat. I go through the edge bead, add 2 beads to the left line, and cross my right line into the last one and pull, okay. Continue with the same technique to the end. So we are going to continue the same way to the end, turn and make 5 rows. All right, I'm about to complete over here. I'm in second but the last bead. Add 2 beads to the left line, cross and pull down my right line into the next bead, okay. I add 2 beads to the left line, cross with my right line and pull. Now I'm entering the last bead, and on my right line I add 2 beads to the right line, this one. I cross my left line into it and pull. Again, my right line I add 3 beads to it, cross with the left line and pull. My right line again into the next bead, okay. I'm working backwards this time. So my left line, I add 2 beads, cross, and pull my right line again into the next bead. So this is the second row we have to complete and make 5 rows, okay? Altogether, we are going to weave 5 rows over here. This is how it looks like. We can fold it back again, all right? And I'm going to continue to make 5 rows. This is the second one. I'll complete this second row and I'll continue to make 5 rows. And here's how it looks like, all right? This is the 5 rows that I made. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? So now my line is in the second bead, okay? We are going to use the same method we used for the back. My line is in the second bead. And I'm going to weave, okay, from here and end here, all right? And end in this bead. So we are going to continue reducing until we have 3 left, okay? 3 bead left. So I start with 3 bead again. And I'm going to continue in the next bead with my right line, cross, and pull my right line into the next bead. All right, I add 2 beads to the left line, cross, and pull down into the next bead again. 2 beads to the left line. All right, let me put it on the line like this, cross and pull down, okay? And now I'm pulling into the next bead. 2 beads to the left line, cross with the right line, and pull into the next bead again. And I add 2 beads to the left line like this. I cross with my right line and pull into the next bead. 2 beads to the left line, cross, and pull into the next. I add 2 beads to the left line. I cross with my right line and pull. And this is the last bead I'm going to stop in, okay? I add 2 beads to the left line. I cross with my right line and pull. So from here, I'm going to reduce again, okay? I'm going to start in the second bead again on top. I'm going to start in this bead, okay? And end here. Then I'll continue the same way to reduce until we have 3 on top. Here is my line. I'm going to continue from here, all right? And stop in this bead. Then I'll continue again from here into this until I have 3 left in the middle, all right? And here is how it looks like. This is how it looks like. We are done, all right? You just have to fold it. This is the line. Just fold on the line like this, okay? Fold on the line and fold here to close the bag, all right? Just press on the bead and it's going to fold nicely for you. This is how it looks like. If you have a beautiful long chain too, you can put it on the side like this, okay? So you can wear. Or even if you don't like, you can leave it like that. It's just a clutch that you hold in your hand, or the chain that have a claw already, you can put it both sides, okay? Put it here and hook the rest on the second side, okay? And this is how the bag looks like. So this is the final face of the hexagon beaded bag in a different style. Very pretty, very beautiful, like this. And you can take it to your party wherever you want to take it. I thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. And I will see you guys in my next video. Please don't forget to subscribe and also turn on your notifications for new videos that I'll be uploading so you don't miss on new. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.